This first poem's called Hungry Ghost. She was gone when I needed her the most of all. My love, it is a hungry ghost to haunt the halls of my heart's home as I fall. My lonesome call is a hungry ghost song. She's gone for real, and an appetite that cannot be filled is a hungry ghost. My heart is a black hole. My heart is burnt toast. A neutron star is a hungry ghost. She awoke death-watch beetles in me for spite. It's not right. Night is a hungry ghost. And so tonight I fly with my giant white gossamer wings like a hungry ghost. And so tonight I float a drunken boat on a lone sea that is a hungry ghost. Tonight I fight inside myself to hope she might return to burn a hungry ghost. I miss her the most. I miss her the most. I miss her so much, like a hungry ghost, with a million dreams of her leaving me, alone in bone. I am a hungry ghost, a hungry ghost. I am a hungry ghost. Boom! Texas Outlaw Poet is a hungry ghost.
Woo! Good shit, yo.
County Blues, and yeah. I spent my whole life rocking and rolling, cocked and loaded like nothing ever lasts. And I grew up way too fast, but I've had a few laughs at last. I've stayed away from my past, I've strayed away from my roots, and I've played the outlaw a time or two, you know. Trouble for me was nothing new, just something to do. And it's no excuse. I guess I never knew all I had to lose. I guess I was born with them Henderson County blues. I was born with my neck in a noose, baptized myself in this bottles of booze with blues, but mama didn't raise no brute. I guess you could say I never gave no hoot, and by the time I was 9 I'd learned to shoot. My daddy bought me my .22, and by 22 I'd run off with the loot. Traded my rattlesnake skins in for combat boots, a 10-gallon hat in for bleaching my roots. I filled the tank up, I let the clutch out like I was death-proof. Through Cedar Creek Lake I have boomed and I've zoomed, and I've always knew that I was doomed ever since the warrant was issued and my reputation grew. I've had a bad case of them Henderson County blues. By high noon, I've dug the underground, I've paid my dues, I left the cops with very little clues. Their pursuit of me I would elude, while their hatreds for me grew and grew. From the first day I made the front page of the Athens Daily Review, I knew that Huntsville had some time for me to do. Got to pay the price for them Henderson County blues, which include some methamphetamine and a trash bag full of shrooms, a decade of heroin abuse mixed with shots of cocaine, with some shades of gray. And some may say I've gone a bit insane in my membrane. I'm an old drinker and tweaker of Speeder Freak Lake fame. The Texas Outlaw Poet is my name. And I'm here just to tell you the truth, just to share the news. I know I'm going to die tonight with my Henderson County blues. Henderson County blues hurts like hell. Henderson County blues, my hopeless tale.
Damn.
Thank y'all. Kara met Kane one frozen Friday night on 6th Street in the rain. Standing outside of a pool hall called the Ritz in wait of a taxi in vain, mixed drinks raced through her brain like a foredoomed freight trains on a night out with the girls gone insane, with Penny and Jenny and Jane singing a bluesy refrain under the Austin, Texas skyline that I love, lit all glowing with golden and gray. As life came into focus, the very first time that Kara laid eyes on Kane, to hallucinate through her mind's eye in utter disbelief the sweetest vision of her future husband in a white wedding daydream. All of this could be seen, all of this marital scenery with heart-shaped candy eruptions coming right up out of 6th Street, as Kara conceived their very own children like bleached ivory babies tied to honeymoon balloons by umbilical strings, with a lifetime of fond memories as Al Green sings. A 2-story pink house with a big red door and a gold 2-carat diamond ring. And all of this in just one moment. Kara did magically see that Kane was the man of her dreams. Back into reality, where he stood outside of a pizza place just a few feet further down the street, wearing a black leather jacket and smoking a Swisher Sweet. You could smell the pepperoni, you could smell the anchovies under the pizzeria awning. Drinking a Pepsi, eating thick slices of 3 cheese on that drunken, misty late Friday night when Kara and Kane did meet. Skin is symphony and sugar is sweet. So they made love for 6 straight weeks, and I swear you could see it in both of their eyes, that never ever in their lives had they ever felt oh so alive. And it's so nice when life is like a surprise. When love is an effortless sacrifice, you pay the price sometimes for the flesh inside the thighs to flush. Kara and Kane became addicted to that rush, to the injection of just a touch. You can never get enough. One night they had sex on a city bus. Kara went wild when Kane rushed, 'cause adrenaline is a drug. And so the next night they bought some guns, and just for fun they robbed a bank and went on the run. And it's all big fun until the Austin police come. Run, Kara and Kane, run, 'cause the man is going to want some blood, and when the levee breaks, here comes the flood. But first, let me remember her the way she was. Raven-haired child of the sun with cerulean eyes. And I can't lie, even I fantasize. Her hyacinth hips hypnotize. Her lavender lips never lied. She would have made a fine poet's bride. She was a vixen with verb and her vibrant vibe. She was Venus in a vellum of vice. And I'll never forget what she told me this one night. That every day is like a high dive, so you might as well jump. North on Lamar in Kane's 65 GTO, with the motor roaring and raring to go. They left a blue flame all the way across the Colorado. A wake of squad cars, sirens, red and blue lights all aglow. You could hear Kara's 45 Taurus unload. Her bullets blazed out the passenger side window. A cop car hit the ditch, another cop car rolled. One cruiser even ran into a telephone pole. A mushroom cloud of fire explodes. Go, Kara and Kane, go. leave rubber on the road, just like life is the last picture show. Around curves and over hills, over long winding roads, go. Up atop majestic Mount Bonnell, where mockingbirds dwell. As legend tells of an amaranth princess and her lover who once fell from their very own romantic hell, up above a vista view of such a wide expanse of both time and land, and from that same mythic peak so mystic and grand, with gun in hand, Kara and Cain prepared to make their final stand. Even though they knew they had the man had the upper hand, they still had a plan. And so as long as they had the cops outran, and as they waited for the police to arrive, they made sweet love on that mountainside, as if they had not a thing to hide from this cruel world or that night sky. And as the sirens began to wail and cry nearby, as they stood naked, surrounded by sky on that rocky precipice, Kara gave Cain just one last kiss. At the approach of those combat-booted feet, hand in hand in one lover's leap, they did jump down.
Jesus.
Thank you. Today is the poetry of freedom. In my head it's reeling from drinking cheap tequila and staring at the spinning ceiling. But I've got a good feeling, even though I'm hungover and my stomach is empty, but I'm dealing. Cause I got a half a pack of GPCs and I got this poetry reading this evening. And the most gorgeous girl laying by my side who sighs my name so gently. And I know that everything is going to work out eventually. But I'm withdrawing, and I'm shaking, and I'm fidgeting from this reckless abandon of the night before. And I am an East Texas dope whore, but I won't let you shut the door. I'll just keep on knocking until you let me in, for I long to infect you with this sin. And today the poetry of freedom is in. So I'll say all I want to say with all my somber words, with shots of whiskey and all of these whiskey awakenings to the poetry of freedom overlooking my doom. And opening doors to words and walking through, tagging meanings to mere thoughts like tags on the bottles at the liquor store, but it's so much more. I sound my barbaric yawp across a dusty barroom floor. For I am the voice of every drunk and every whore who deserves to be heard. And so please give me more of these words, for only a few would be for the birds. And today is the poetry of freedom, so be free for sure. For today, the poetry of freedom is getting you drunk and getting you laid and making you dance or laugh or pass out. Thank you. This is about a bar around here. You guys probably know it. I think it's closed down now. Coal miners. Cozy on back down home to a southern place in my heart that I can feel in my bones. I know that Cedar Creek Lake is in my heart and I can feel it in my bones, and I know Cedar Creek Lake is in my blood with that 903 area code. And so whenever I feel a little lost and low, I know just where to go to break bread with my family and friends to soothe my soul. And my friend King and I go get drunk and stoned on the back road in the old yellow El Camino with honey roasted blunts and a few 6-packs of El Pacifico. And we just let go when a Merle Haggard song comes on the radio and we're off. And there's only one place I know in Malakoff where the guys and girls can go to get their rocks off. But you better walk the line or a bouncer might knock your block off. And if you're looking for a woman to blow your socks off, I know just where you can find her. Go east on Highway 31 to the honky-tonk called Coal Miners. And here's another reminder just to help you find her. There's a big, bright neon sign out front so you can't miss it. Just park your dually in the gravel parking lot and pay $5 at the entrance to find King and I inside on bar stools, drinking ice-cold Guinness and having hella fun and hillbilly bliss is part of my martini existence. It's half Martian, half Texas with a lemon twist, and we're in business. So let me buy you a drink. I insist the possibilities are endless. At Coal Miners, I wake to the daisy chain of the cowgirl's kiss. At Coal Miners, I bask in the drunken sorcery of this redneck bliss. At Coal Miners, I swallow all the jello shots I can take. At Coal Miners, I found the alcohol-y portal to Cedar Creek Lake. And I scoop my boots and my booty shakes like both dance floors are a Texas earthquake. At Coal Miners.
Awesome.
Okay, I got one more that's just kind of a follow-up to that. This is called Pig Grill. So after a hot night of drinking cold brews in Texas, two-stepping with the Henderson County who's who, the redneck reunion of the coal miners crew resumes in the mom and pop atmosphere of an old greasy spoon. Deep in the heart of Athens, Texas, for some southern fried soul food and the psychobilly grooves that the jukebox exudes, the tunes bloom in special orange blossoms of sound that you can feel when you're drunk at 4 a.m. having coffee at the Pig Grill. Endless pots of Java you can drink until you get your fill to help you sober up so you can drive home without getting killed. And when all the bars are closed, Pig Grill is completely filled with conversations between close friends that really can be such a thrill. When one wise man once said to me, sometimes conversations kill, but chicken fried steak, country gravy, and 3 eggs, now that's a meal. And when it's all just for $3.99, or it used to be, now isn't that a deal? For real? The grease must be enlightening when we're dining under the fluorescent lighting. Formica tabletops and salt shakers seem so inviting. Plus, after you clean your plates, you can smoke cigarettes inside, and that's surprising. Can you still do that? Like back in the good old days. Now, isn't this exciting? And that reminds me of America, the home of the free. Yeah. The toothless waitresses on speed ask me if I'd like more sugar or more cream, and I tell them yes. And can I also get another order of the hash browns, scattered, smothered, and covered? Yeah. Thank you. Let's hear it for Billy.